New children's book is causing a fair amount of controversy.
It sure is. It's called Vegan is Love, and while some are applauding the book, critics say it covers material that some adults are even uncomfortable with. The book's author, Ruby Roth, joins us now. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It is a little controversial. Some of the passages strike some people as a bit maybe over the top for children. I want to read one to our viewers so they get a sense of it. All animals raised for meat and dairy are captured and killed in the end. Their deaths are violent and sad. As vegans, we do not bring the pain and suffering of any animal into our happy, healthy bodies. The question is, I know you believe that strongly, is that an appropriate story for a young child?
I think it's never too early to begin learning how our choices affect the public realm, affect other people, and affect animals. I think given the health, economic, and environmental crises that we find ourselves in today, we can't afford to wait for the next generation to grow up before we start teaching them how to live healthfully and consciously.
Are you a parent yourself?
Yes, I have a stepdaughter.
Okay, now most parents want to sort of protect their children from things that are not really child topics. We try to protect them from death. We try to protect them from so-called adult conversations. One might argue that maybe some of these choices and visuals and images just are too much at that age.
There's nothing in my book that a child wouldn't see walking through the grocery store, in the deli section, or on the myriad shows on TV about hunting or fishing or even cooking. And I think that by avoiding or sugarcoating the truths, we're actually hindering what our children are capable of. There's no universally accepted concept of what is and is not appropriate for children. I think that the path to a greener future and a more sustainable planet lies in engaging kids. I don't see any reason why our kids' health and education should be on a layaway plan.
The title of the book, Vegan is Love, the implication that some might take away is that the opposite isn't love. How do you teach a child tolerance, if you do believe in veganism, of people who don't believe in veganism?
Well, the whole lifestyle is about kindness and being kind to all living beings, and there's a message in this book about loving deeply. And there's a recent study, actually, that showed that vegan and vegetarian kids aren't judgmental of their peers who do eat animals. It's something that when we give children the information they need to make educated choices, they choose wisely, and usually they're really good, positive influences on their peers. In my stepdaughter's classroom, she's gotten her other friends to eat seaweed and goji berries. I mean, these are kids who are usually picky about fruits and vegetables, and she's been a positive influence.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm with you in terms of getting our kids on proper nutrition, but I also have to tell you, I am sitting here thinking of all of us who have been in therapy to get over the things that our parents did or did not do to us, traumatized, whether it's about being afraid of water or being afraid of dogs or what have you. I worry that this is going to cause less informed people to bring up kids that are not well-balanced nutritionally and may end up with eating disorders and have trauma regarding food.
Well, let me just say one thing, that I'm not talking about the standard American diet minus meat and dairy. The vegan diet and lifestyle has our own food pyramid with all the necessary nutrients and recommended nutrients, actually, that many Americans are deficient of. 50 to 90% of Americans are deficient in B12.
Sure.
So anybody can benefit by looking into this pyramid. The nutrients in a plant-based diet are more dense, they're more bioavailable, and they come free of harmful side effects that meat and dairy cause, particularly with protein, which causes IGF, insulin-like growth factors, which trigger the growth of tumors and cancer. So we really need a reality check in this country about who needs to be careful about the diet that they're feeding to their children.
All right, Ruby Roth is author of Vegan is Love. It's certainly an interesting read.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
And it'll definitely generate some conversation around the table at work and at home. Thanks so much, Ruby. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So what have you?